Shalom, shalom, shalom. Israel, brother Amos with the Watchman for Israel. First and foremost, we're going to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, to the brothers pushing this truth in strong sincerity, laboring on the highways and byways, making their body a living sacrifice, doing all they can for the hopeful elect, for the nation of Israel, for all those who desire learning. I'm going to give y'all a strong shalom. To the women holding down in the household, reverencing their husbands, being a teacher of good things to the younger women. I'm going to give y'all a strong shalom as well. And to the men and women forsaking the ways of this world, coming back to serving our God, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, I want to compel y'all to be at the Church of Berea, to search the scriptures daily and diligently to see if the words that be spoken to you are true or not. Right? Let's remember, let the words of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua be true. And every man, what? A liar. Right? Every man is a liar. They're not speaking as the oracles of the Most High. Right? So, just some quick edification, right, on the terminology that's used throughout the scriptures. Right? Because there's terms that are used in the scriptures that coincide with today, but they don't actually mean the same thing as they did in the ancient world. Right? For an example, right? Ass, right? An ass is an animal, right? But now we refer to it as behind parts of somebody who does something stupid. You know, that's an example of a word or a term that's used in the scripture. So today we're going to touch on the term virgin, right? Virgin, right? We already have countless breakdowns utterly destroying through the spirit of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, the virgin birth, right? Yahweh shall not having a father, right? Whatever doctrines they come out with, right? It's countless breakdowns on that. But we're going to get the understanding of these words, right? Because it's two separate words that come up when you look at the Hebrew, when it goes into virgin, right? You got Alma and Betula, right? Or Bethula. Right, so matter of fact, I'm gonna bring that up. Let me read this first. This is the verse I wanted to start off with. Luke 1:26. Right, and I'm gonna read 27. And in the 6th month, the angel Gabriel was sent from Yahweh unto a city of Galilee named Nazareth, to a virgin espoused to a man whose name was Joseph of the house of David, and the virgin's name was Mary. Right. So the angel Gabriel came unto Mary, right, who was a virgin, espoused to a man, right? So what does it mean that she's a virgin? She's a young woman who's promised unto this man named Joseph of the house of David, right? So now we're going to go to, like I'm going to put in, I might as well just go to that definition, Luke 1:27. Right? Right? G393, right? It's an actual virgin. Right? So that is Parthenos.
Strong's G3933. Parthenos. Parthenos.
Parthenos, Salakia. Right? A virgin, a marriageable maiden, a woman who has never had sexual intercourse with a man, one's marriageable daughter, right? So that goes into what it means to be a virgin, right? You can't see the word virgin and say, oh, you know what? That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is, right? Matter of fact, we're just going to stay in the blue letter. We're going to stay in the blue letter so we can go to the definitions, right? Let's go to Genesis 24, dealing with Isaac and Rebekah. We're going to go to verse 16. Right, Genesis 24 and verse 16, and it reads, in the damsel, or I started 25, and it came to pass before he had done speaking, that behold, Rebekah came out, who was born of Bethuel, son of Milcah, the wife of Nahor, Abraham's brother, so like with her pitcher upon her shoulder. And the damsel was very fair to look upon, a virgin, neither had any man known her, and she went down to the well and filled her pitcher, right? So that's showing you when you see neither with a comma, right? In American in English, right? When we speak in English, that's showing a continuation to a point. Those are called fanboys, right? For and nor, neither, but, or yet, right? It's showing a change or a continuance to what is being said, right? So let's go to it. I believe this one is, she was, well, Salakia, virgin, Bethula, right? Virgin, right? So she was a virgin, young woman. Neither has she known any man, right? Let's go to Leviticus 21, right? Right, Leviticus 21, right? This is dealing with the priest, right? That the priest should not be defiled with any Aaron's sons, right? They shouldn't be defiled with the dead among their people, right? So they wasn't going to funerals, and it was an exception, right? Verse 2, but for his kin that is near to him, that is for his mother and for his father and for his son and for his daughter and for his brother and for his sister, a virgin that is nigh unto him, which have had no husband, for her may he be defiled, right? So let's go to it. That's Bethula again, an actual virgin, but it's showing you for his sister, a virgin that is nigh unto him, meaning she's a young woman that is very close unto him, which had no husband, right? So she wasn't defiled by man. She had no husband, right? So when you see Bethula, right, that's how you know it's along the lines of an actual virgin, right? I want to get this H5959, see if it comes up. There we go. Alma.
Strong's H5959.
Lucky. It should be playing.
Strong's H5959. Alma.
Alma, right? Virgin, young woman of marriageable age, maid or newly married, right? Right? This is additional information. There is no instances where it can be proven that Alma is designated a young woman who is not a virgin. The fact of virginity is obvious in Genesis 24:3, which Alma is used of one who is being sought as a bride for Isaac, right? So it's a difference when you get into the words of virgin and virginity, right? Bringing forth the tokens of virginity, right? Let's go to Deuteronomy 22. Yeah, I believe that's verse 20. Right, Deuteronomy 22 and verse 20. Right, tokens of the virginity. Right, so this is Betuliam. Right, Betulim. Virginity. Right? So that you got to remember, virginity and virgin, right? You got two words that can mean the same thing. I'm sorry, so like your virgin and virgin, you got Bethlehem, right? And you got Alma. And then you got the tokens of the virginity, which is Bethlehem, right? So let's go to Deuteronomy 22. Right, it's important to get the understanding of the word so you can read things in context. Right, you can read it and be able to precept it. Once you get an understanding of the word, you don't want to see virgin, be like, see, these men never did anything, or these women never did anything. Right, we're going to deal with the virgin aspect for men as well. Right, what I say, 22 and 20. Right. But if these things, I can read the whole thing. It's the law of chastity, they say. Right. Speaking about the tokens of marriage, tokens of the virginity after a marriage is consummated. But if the things be true, and the tokens of virginity be not found for the damsel, then they shall bring out the damsel to the door of her father's house, and the men of the city shall stone her with stones that she died, because she had wrought folly in Israel and played the whore in her father's house. So shall thou evil be put away from among you. It's showing you the importance of young women holding on to their virginity, right? You don't just give out your flower to anybody, right? Those tokens of the virginity, right? We're not going to get into the anatomy of, laying down man and woman. I will leave that up to, because there's young people who watch these cold cuts. So leave those over to the parents' duty to explain that, right? But once that action is taken, there's tokens of virginity that is shown, which is the blood, which consummates a marriage as well. Right? The tokens of virginity go hand in hand. Right? So a lot of people, they get caught up, oh, you didn't go to my father or inquire about me about marriage. Well, the husband can also say, well, you didn't have the tokens of virginity. Right? So it goes hand in hand. Right? It's very important that you understand the difference between virgins. Right? Because you can be beguiled by somebody who is slick with precepts, who can use, their words, and they can manipulate the scriptures, saying, see, she was a virgin, she was this, she was that, she did that, this and that. And then you all lost and turned out because you haven't taken the time to actually sit down and read, taking the time to sit down and get the understanding of what these words actually mean. Right now, I was speaking on the 144,000 when I said they were virgins, right? Let's go to it. This is Revelation chapter 14 and 1. And looked, and lo, a lamb stood on the Mount Zion, right? Yahushua, and with him 144,000 with his father's name written in their foreheads, right? Those are the 12,000 from each of the 12 tribes, the elect men of Israel. And I heard a voice from heaven as the voice of many waters and as the voice of a great thunder. And I heard the voice of the harpers harping with the harps. And they sung, as it were, a new song before the throne and before the four beasts and the elders, and no man can learn that song but the 144,000, which were redeemed from the earth. These are they which were not defiled with women, for they are virgins. Right? So we see the 144,000 are virgins. Right? So when I first came to the truth, like 9 years ago, it was I remember reading that and I was confounded. I said, wait, so the men who are going to be the 144,000, they are virgins, right? So I'm like, oh man, what's going on? X, Y, and Z. You start thinking unto yourself, I'm sure everybody thought about it. But we would say Peter, which is the chief cornerstone of the kingdom to come, right? The top apostle, right? Yahushua's right hand. Let's see, because we would consider him to be part of the 144,000. He's going to be on the thrones, judging, right, all the nation of Israel with the other 12, right? So let's go to where I want to go to, Matthew, the 8th chapter. Right, Matthew, the 8th chapter. Right? And when Yahushua was coming into Peter's house, he saw his wife's mother laid and sick of a fever. Right? So Peter had a wife. Peter was married. He had a wife. And he touched her hand, and the fever left her, and she arose and ministered unto them. Right? So Yahushua removed that vexation or whatever Peter's wife was going through, his mother-in-law was going through. And that was the importance of reading virginity and the tokens of virginity, right? So Peter was a just man. I'm sure he followed all the acts to make sure that his marriage was consummated in the right way, right? His wife's father was compensated, right? Because marriage was like a business transaction, right? You lose your daughter who helps clean, she helps cook, right? She takes care of the flock. She gathers water. She may do her sister's hair. You never know, right? So I'm sure that Peter followed that. So Peter's mother was sick. Mother-in-law was sick with the fever, and Yahushua went in unto her and cast out that spirit. So we know, right, speaking on the carnal level, we know that Peter was not a virgin. We know that Peter had a wife, right? And we don't have to get into it. So don't get tripped up on the word virgin, Israel. Take the time, study the precepts, get the understand when it's talking about an actual virgin, a young woman, but it goes hand in hand, right? Like in Genesis 24:16, so you see the virgin, neither has she known man, right? So it's showing you a difference in the word virgin, right? Just quick edification on the word virgin, right? With that, I say shalom.